time for the GeoGeeks, our regular segment where we bring in a subject matter expert to tell us what's noteworthy in one of the core ArcGIS products.
And we welcome back my ArcGIS Pro buddy, Alison O'Brien. She is an ArcGIS support consultant at Esri Canada, and she's joining us today from Ottawa. Welcome back, Alison. It's great to see you.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear all about whatever it is you're going to share with us in ArcGIS Pro today. So what special and exciting things should we know about in ArcGIS Pro?
So there's a lot of cool features about ArcGIS Pro that we can discuss. We'll do that another time, but today I thought I'd bring up data engineering with you guys. So it's an amazing feature in ArcGIS Pro that was first introduced in version 2.8.
Okay, cool. I've definitely heard the word, data engineering before. It's not something I've used super regularly though. So could you just remind me and our listeners like what it is, what it's for?
Definitely. So it's a tool that allows you to explore, visualize, clean, and prepare your data. So it's a ribbon that can help you better understand your data and prepare it for some GIS workflows.
Right, so you mentioned that there is a ribbon. So how are we able to open the ribbon and access it?
Yeah, so there's a few ways to open the data engineering ribbon. So one of the ways is by right-clicking on a layer in the table of contents and selecting data engineering, or you can select a layer in the table of contents and then select the data tab on the very top of ArcGIS Pro, and then you'll see data engineering in there. So this data engineering view opens a dockable window. And then there's two panels on this new window, the left side being a fields panel that displays a list of all the fields from your layer. And then you can complete many different tasks on this side. So some cool features are that you can change the symbology or produce some charts for those fields. And then on the right side of this view is the statistics panel. So this is where you can explore the values and distribution of your data by viewing some statistics and data quality metrics. So not only does the data engineering window open a view, it also has the contextual ribbon that's it provides access to some commands and tools used in data engineering. So this is a ribbon just at the top of ArcGIS Pro.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I love statistics, so it's great to hear that there's I know, Mark, I'm a true data nerd at heart. I love it. I love statistics. So I'm excited about the data engineering in ArcGIS Pro. Are there any other features about it that you can share with us?
Yeah, so I mentioned a couple of things that can be done from the field side of the view, but I also wanted to dive a little deeper and talk about the statistics side, since Maggie, you love
Nice.
statistics so much. So the statistics side is a great way to evaluate the quality and distribution of values in each field of your data. So for example, you can run some statistics on how many null values are present in a field, which can then help you assess how to proceed if you wanted to use that field in some sort of analysis.
Yeah, that's really useful because I've been dabbling a little bit with data engineering, and I could totally see why this is something that our users could use. So if you could kind of encapsulize why data engineering could be useful for our pro users.
Yeah, definitely. So it's such a unique tool with ArcGIS Pro because it puts a lot of tools in an easily accessible location so that you can clean, construct, integrate, and format your data from like one location. So the developers put a lot of thought into what tools are typically used together when preparing your data for analysis. And you can tell by the way they've set up the ribbon. So the ribbon that's on the top of ArcGIS Pro. So it's really useful because the tool groups, there's like a little tool section in the data engineering ribbon, and it has 4 4 tool galleries that are very logical. So it has this clean section, which includes tools such as deleting fields, deleting rows, the project tool, and append. And then the next little gallery that it has is the construct gallery, which includes tools like calculate field, add field, or calculate geometry attributes. And then we go into the integrate tools little gallery, and it has tools like spatial join field, sample from raster, and then there's many more in there. And then lastly, in that section, there's the format gallery. So some of the tools in this area is convert time field, convert time zones, or reclassify fields. So I really like how the ribbon has grouped a lot of these tools together to make our lives much easier when preparing our data for analysis.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of all those tools, and it's such a great way to be able to access that stuff and get all your data ready to do that next level of analysis. I think it's an often overlooked section of ArcGIS Pro. So you've told us a bit about like what it is. Do you have any examples of when either you've used it or you've seen anybody like through support using it in the past, and how other people could take advantage of it?
Yeah, so I've seen users access the data engineering tab because they're not sure what type of symbology or field that they would like to use to symbolize their data. So in the fields panel of the data engineering view, when you hover over a field name, there's a quick option to update the symbology using that field. So being able to update the symbology quickly allows you to see the difference in spatial distribution between different values. So this allows you to choose an appropriate symbol or symbology based on what you're trying to convey in your map. So I've seen many people use this tool to quickly choose symbology because sometimes it's hard to figure out what kind of symbology you want to use.
Yeah, I absolutely love that interactive feature. We can see the data distribution kind of on the fly instead of kind of generating a separate chart for it. I think that's really incredible. So just for that alone, people should be using data engineering.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious, like, does everyone have access to this data engineering functionality?
Yeah, so it can be used with any ArcGIS Pro license, whether you're using basic, standard, or advanced. So that's good.
Yeah, that's great. I'm so happy that everybody can access it because it's a really good tool. And like I said, overlooked. So you've mentioned a couple different things in data engineering, but is there anything that's sort of your favorite, what really sticks out to you as a key in this product?
So I'm a sucker for a good chart. And I love that on the statistics side of the data engineering view, there's a chart preview column that you're able to get an immediate impression of the temporal distribution of the field. So if you right click on one of the fields in that layer, and then you press, I think it's something like select and then add statistics and calculate, you can see this mini chart, which just provides like a temporal distribution, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, you can laugh all you want, Mark, but everybody loves a good chart. Alison knows what she's talking about. We all need those charts.
I can see.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Alison, and highlighting data engineering in ArcGIS Pro. It's been great to have you, and can't wait to talk to you again.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
That was Alison O'Brien, an ArcGIS support consultant with the technical support team, and our awesome ArcGIS Pro GeoGeek. And she joined us today from our nation's capital in Ottawa.